Hi, Trinidad and Tobago. This is yours truly, Pastor Charles, streaming live from Port of Spain, Trinidad, Marvel Road, 91.9. Our services start from, 12 midnight to 5 a.m. in the morning from the first, the second, and last Wednesday of the month. We are going to have a T-R-M-E time in the presence of God. We will be praying, praise God, for our nation. We'll be praying for families. We'll be praying for those that are sick and those that are in need. Tune in to the best station, 91.5 FM Street Live, Port of Spain, Maribel.
It's all about the fastest growing reggae show in the land without a doubt. Right here on the Street 919 FM. Each and every Sunday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. with yours truly, MC Duke, alongside Selector Kochi. So make it a date and don't be late. Rock and come in, line up, link up, creep up. You don't know reggae rock each and every Sunday. Salute God Amari, King Selassie.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Yes, I. Shalom, shalom. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under command and General Yana again. You don't know, right? All the thanks for tuning in. Right, we live in the building. All right, well, definitely feel free to call up the lines with me. I have peace and officer.
Sure.
On the inside with me today, you know what I mean? So we just want to thank all for tuning in again, once again. I give enough thanks to the Most High and everybody, you know what I mean, that they keep you safe, right? And then we could come through again. Because today we're going to touch again on the murder right now, because this is no joke. This seriously ain't no joke, you understand? Because a man and myself was reasoning, last 2-3 days, something like that, you know what I mean? And you're saying, but right now we're connect with Jamaica. And that ain't no joke, you know what I mean? How you could be about, 1/50 side of our country, a quarter size of our country, and you go and connect with the amount of murders happening every day, you understand? Come like your racing ain't saying nothing. Your racing them is just for everybody, like scraps, so just throw it. When they done with it, you follow, and they're not something that the Most High never wanted for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And the reason why we go touching it the other day, because sometimes we hear in the radio, or sometimes we hear and we really get it now. Right, we just hearing it by hearsay, or, you know, sometimes maybe a man talking too fast, or the music too loud some way, you know what I mean? Satan trying to snatch a message that he's trying to get from you, that you're not supposed to be in this condition at all. You're not supposed to be, you understand, getting murdered, you know what I mean? You and your brethren fighting over scraps and drugs and guns, and that utter garbage, that foolishness, that absolutely unnecessary. And it's like, you know, you feel like that is a norm today. When that is not a norm, the only reason why that happening is because you ain't separate. The Lord make you separate, you understand? He make you a holy nation, you understand? He make you, understand? A people that is live by a certain code of conduct. And because you're not living by that code of conduct, everything else just hitting you left, right, and center. You just taking rain then. You follow you just outside and it just beating you like a banjum. You follow, you ain't supposed to be living this way, and it have, you understand, a whole world of wisdom for the so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. And that is what we're trying to get to the spirit of what it is the Lord saying, you know. So we're going to pull our scripture here. We're going to start with this, right? So can I get to understand what the Lord originated and what was the mindset of the Lord when he make the so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian, and when he make everybody else, right? Because he have a task for them now, right? But here we go on. This is the prophet Ezra's now, or Ezra in the Bible, right? Now, reasoning with that angel and trying to find out, well, what's going on? You know, I see in this as a vision later on, but this is chaos. This here, you understand? If somebody tell me, you understand, that this is what's going to happen, I never believe that. I say a lie. And that's what he trying to get to the point where we don't have to live this. This is madness, this is corruption. And not understanding how small it is start from, and that is what we're trying to get to. So we had to eliminate all them small garbage now to come back to how we're supposed to be, you understand? Or the Lord make. When you talk about separate, and you talk about, I ain't touching this at all. Not a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and I don't smoke weed, you understand? I don't smoke cocaine, or I don't run hoes, you understand? I don't touch children, so I good. That is not what the Lord talking about. There's a whole way, a whole mode of operation. And he make things for you so you can enjoy yourself, like music, you understand? Party, a little alcohol, you understand? A little getaway thing, a little games, boom, boom, boom. All the inspiration, all all the great things on the face of the planet is inspired by so-called black men. We create all of them. Somebody else had the pattern, you understand? Because they have the power to do that, which is the so-called white man. He have the pattern of us. Other than that, that is your creation. You have the whole world, you understand, enjoying itself today. And you understand that. People skinning up their face and thinking like you is some kind of hamper. When really and truly because they don't have a code of conduct, they could never recognize how to really run a society. All them doing is leeching off of what it is you have, just like your inventions in them, and trying to find a way when they come to live. And the only problem is the only way they could see that is to live off of you, and that is not how you just operate. So-called black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, you will set the course of the earth in such a way. Therefore, that people would never believe, you understand, that things can be portion of the right with the Lord himself, portion of people, and give them their own lands and give them this to do. And like they believe, and like this can't happen at all. And this is what happening when we under people that don't understand these things. So we definitely have to come back to our code of conduct. You understand? We mind frame. We understand the wireframe that the Lord make for we. That is how we used to live. And right now we dying. That is because we're not inside that mind frame. You understand? So without more delay, you understand, we get into that scripture, brother. Go ahead, read Baba Kisha.
2 Ezra chapter 5 and verse 27.
Go ahead.
And among all the multitudes of the people, thou hast gotten thee one people.
Right.
And unto this people whom thou lovest, thou giveth a law that is above all.
Right. So unto the Lord unto the people that the Lord gave, he gave them laws. You understand? That is above all. If all thou shalt not kill thy brother, that is above all. So not because I gave it to him or we have an argument, you know what I mean? I can kill him. Right? Or not because, you know what I mean, he gave as my brother officer Makar Kobal, you know what I mean? I think it was yesterday or this morning himself. He was using on that, right? Cain and Abel. Not because Cain, you understand? I mean Abel bring the right sacrifice and Cain bring the wrong one. You understand? Cain had to kill Abel. Why he had to kill Abel for? God didn't punish Abel. I mean God didn't punish Cain. God just stay disappointed with your sacrifice, or why you bring back the right one, that's all. If you understand the so-called other races than them, but do the same thing, right? And just bring back what the Lord say to do. Right? You have no problem. Because he never punished them. Look up to today and they living. And he know they bring drugs and guns in the committee and all of that, but they get a chance. If all and they're not taking it. Right? So that's showing the so-called black man that use the man that the Lord give, you understand, the ways of operation, and you have to run the place by that. I'm not concerned with everybody else. If that was the case, everybody would have been them communities would have been what you call it, infested with drugs and hepatitis A and AIDS and HIV and all these different plagues. That would have been the same thing all over the world, but that is not the case. It's not like that. Everybody is not known for being gunned down the streets, you follow, or a knee on your neck, like George Floyd. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? That kind of way. Nobody known for being abused to that level. And this is what the prophet now seeing in the same chapter now. He's saying, but this is madness. What really taking place here? Right? Read on Baba Kisha so they can get the spirit of what's happening to see what biblically the Lord always wanted and what we always recognize to be this is how we just live as opposed to how we live in now. So you could put two and two together and say the Bible is talking about the so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. Nobody else, you understand, gets the punishment for not doing what the Lord says. As he say, give them a law. Read over that part, Baba Kusha.
2 Ezra chapter 5 and verse 27.
Go ahead.
And among all the multitudes of the people, thou hast gotten thee one people.
Right.
And unto this people whom thou lovest, thou giveth a law that is above all.
Right, so the Lord say, understand, out of all the multitudes of people, out of all the races of people on the face of the earth, he chose one people. That is Jacob's 12 sons, understand, the lineage of Jacob, the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man today, the 12 tribes of the lost children of Israel, you follow, but we now found, thanks to the Most High, Commanding General and Yahana and all the men above us. You understand, that continue to get men back to how they're supposed to be, which is living by the code of conduct that the Lord give. So they understand who they is, which is the Israelites in them, and this is what the Lord give to you. You understand, this is what you had to come back to, and this is the only way we're supposed to live. This is the only way we're supposed to think. Other than that, we'll see what we're seeing today. Death and destruction. Read on, Baba Kisha.
Verse 28. And now, O Mosai, why hast thou given this one people over unto many?
So, O Most High, why are you giving this one people that you love over unto many? Why are you punishing me to this state then? Right? The one people that you love, the apple of your eye, why it is we, understand, under this person and under that, and scattered in South America, and scattered in Europe, and scattered in America, scattered in the Caribbean islands. Why it is we living like this? We in Germany somewhere, scattered and we with no defense. How going on with you, right? Read on about Kesha.
And upon the one root hast thou prepared others. And why hast thou scattered thy only one people among many?
You understand? So why you scattered your own people among many? Read on.
Verse 29. And
So like here, I want to hint on a next important part again. Why does he say? Why you scattered your what? Only?
and why hast thou scattered thy only one people among many?
Right, so here what the Lord saying, you understand? This is what they always knew. So the prophets of old, right, never was confused in terms of who the Lord loved, right, and who was the Lord's chosen people and all of that. That was always historically known. Biblically, that the children of Israel is so-called black, Hispanic, Native Indian man, woman, and child, and that's who the Lord chose. That's who his people is. That's who the Bible is talking about, right? We just want to stick a pen on that. Read on, Baba Kisha.
Verse 29. And they which did gainsay thy promises and believe not thy covenant have trodden them down.
So them that didn't believe your covenant, you follow all the other races and they that still believe the same thing today as they didn't before, right? Intent, clue. They still, understand what they do? They trodden under your covenant and they trodden over your people and them, and they don't give a rat's backside about what the Lord say to do. You follow? That's why they don't do it today. That's why, you understand, the 10 Commandments, nobody on the face of the earth respects the 10 Commandments. Really and truly. Because something else, first thing first, something else is the God. Something else is this, something else is that. Right? They committing adultery, they murdering, they stealing, they lying, they doing the works. They doing everything the Lord said not to do, and that is the 10. We're talking about the 613. They respect, you understand, or so-called respect the laws of the land more than they respect the laws of God. Right? If they had respect the laws of God, it wouldn't be so easy to go and put drugs in a man community and have them killing down each other and having them at a rampant state thinking that this society trying to live right. That is not the case. These religious institutions and them is not, you understand, the mouthpiece of God. They're not doing that. They're not saying this is what the Lord said to do, you follow, and this is how we're supposed to operate. Or else that would have been the norm today. That would have been normal, just like we know red light, green light, you understand, and the amber light. We don't break the light, you understand? We don't stop when it's green light. You follow, when amber, we slow down. The same way we would know that. You follow, the laws would have been known like the back of our hand, if that is the case. They're not trying to do that. So let me get that out of the way one time, right? So that so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians can take the wool or the blindness off of their eyes and off of their ears and hear what the Lord trying to say, because the Lord looking for people who would come back to this, and the Lord specifically looking for 144,000 men. There's 1 billion plus, you know, 3 billion Muslims, there's 3 billion, what do you call it, Christian people, you understand? All kind of numbers that have religious beliefs. Right? The Lord say, I'm looking for 144,000 men to run the planet again, to live by the same code of conduct that I told them in the beginning, that the prophet Ezra is reading right now. We're reading out for, tell them again we're reading from, and read on, Baba Kisha.
2nd Ezra chapter 5, and we're going on to verse 30.
Go ahead.
If thou did so much hate thy people, yet shouldest thou punish them with thy own hands?
Right, so if you understand you hated your people so much, why you didn't come down then? It's just now frustrated and not really understanding. That is the same thing with that black man. We could tell. That is how black man operate. You follow, he questioning everything. So if you hate me so much then, why does he ain't come down and give you a cocktail for yourself? Why ain't come down and take a belt and whoop his skin? Right? If you hate me so much because he know he's seeing what's going on here and he's like, this is madness, this is craziness. You hate me so much that this is what's going to befall us, this is what's going to be with future. This is what's going to be the norms of society? Nah, man. I can't understand that then. Right? But the Lord has some mercy on him because the Lord know he's a little chippy, you know what I mean? Like all our way, you know, we're trying to keep him marbles and screw up together, right? We done Baba Kisha.
That's how I think I don't say that. I come like you know how the Mosai say the Mosai say he's a jealous God, right? He's a jealous power. Right. Come like now Ezra saying more like Ezra's like he jealous now the Mosai because you know he should want the Mosai should punish you, but these are the nation punishing we. And things so you having like this same like how the Mosai say he's a jealous God now you see now, but wait now the Mosai I the Mosai people, but now these are the nations punishing with not the Mosai.
You understand? Really and truly, you know what I mean? Exactly. And you're spot on again, you know what I mean? So what the brother's saying here now is, if you understand that this is the case then, right? Why it is we have to be facing that kind of burden under the other races than him. You know what I mean? And you're right. You're right, he's spot on, right? Read on Baba Kisha.
Verse 31.
Right.
Now, when I had spoken these words, the angels that came to me, the night afore was sent unto me.
Right.
Right? 32.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
Right.
so he's saying, you know, I mean, the angels that come to he then telling them again. So come and visit them then, right? And letting them know, well, boom, we come and reason out there again then. He's seeking answer, he's seeking the Most High. There's that time he fasting, all kind of thing. You follow? So, you know, looking for how to really tap into the Most High, you know, so this madness could stop. The burdens that they're facing at that time could stop. You follow? And then later on in the future, this ain't going to be for you like today. So imagine your forefather now, I think it's 80 days. How long has he spent? Yeah, 80 days. I think it's 80 days he spent fasting.
Yeah.
In the wilderness, in the bush. Eating whatever. I don't know really, but fasting is, I don't know how he was fasting. Right? I know if he's fast for 80 days straight, which is no food and water. That is our fast for 24 hours. Every year, understand, we keep. And next one of the code of conduct, you understand, the high holy days or holidays, the Lord gave to the children of Israel to celebrate is the day of atonement. Right? At that time is no food and water, all that able, right? Which is men, women, not children, you understand, not the elderly, not pregnant people, you follow? All that able, you fast, no food and water for 24 hours. Imagine your forefather now seeking, you understand, a way for you not to kill each other, you understand, spending 80 days without food and water. Well, I mean, he had to be on something because, 3 days without food and water, he'll die. Majority of people, you follow, especially if you don't fast on a regular, that kind of, you're dead. Right? Clinically. But that is a different level. Just like Christ was 40 days without food and water, and when the Lord now, you understand how your spirit in a different realm and preserving your body basically. But your body could be, go be famished. You'll get skinny, for sure. You'll lose some pounds. Right? But imagine your forefather doing this and you now repping some kind of idol. Some kind of rock or some stone or some kind of garbage somebody trying to promote to you. And this causing your people to die at an even faster rate. Because the more we hold on to that and not even keep them 10 commandments and them is the faster we die. And I know for all notice. I know for all notice it's getting worse. Numbers getting worse and people coming on TV and lying. But the numbers are crime getting better. Sharpness. Don't talk no garbage in my ears. Or let's stop letting people bamboozle. In fact, the Lord looking for 144,000 men. That is who we come here for. The rest of people, you understand? Of course, you come here for you too, but we need 144,000 men that's serious about changing or coming back to how we're supposed to be. If all of this place, you understand, could turn upside down, it could turn right again. Because it need a reset bad. The Lord trying to reset it. He is, you understand, trying to seal up as much men as possible before he let Putin, you understand, Vladimir Putin, and Joe Biden and whoever it is sit down in the White Houses and in the Kremlin, right? Before, you understand, they let the warhead, nuclear warheads, and them go and exchange fire, and and kiss each other on different cities and all of that. That biblical as well. That in the Bible. So we're just talking from your head, right? That is about to take place. So the Lord trying to find men to come back to do that as much as possible. That know that we need to love each other. You understand that is the only thing that going on. Change the way we live and the way we think, because we don't know who we are or we don't understand, what is our code of conduct and what love is, and how to love each other. That is why we would be killing each other this way. If we understand love, just like my brother here, if we have differences, we ain't gonna kill each other. And we know better than that, right? They have a way to solve out everything, and that is what we're missing in the ghetto. Easy, simple so. Right? So we're looking for the men and them who would come and be, a beacon of light in their communities. That is what we're looking for. You understand? When I talk about beacon of light, we talk about non-soft. So don't get things. They might see you want to be rocking very, very rough, you understand? And don't underestimate, the intentions of the men and them. The men and them this way for a particular reason. They need to be, on point. Right? So that's who the Lord looking for. We're looking for Gideon too. You might believe you have it in here, but just let's trust the Most High, understand, to make us stand. That is all. We are all kind of brothers inside here. We love each and every one of us. All of we. You understand? We're not on that. We have a mission to accomplish. And that is what we're on, right? Give me a second as judge. You hold that whole ways, but you give us way on. You live for verse 31.
No, we now finish verse 32. We are going to start 33.
No sweat, right? So hold on to that. But go give me make all this thing. Give me second as just 6 and 54 Baba Gashar. Right? Then you go back to the 6 and 35 and 33. Right? Yeah, so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, and woman, all they feel free to call in. This is all their family on the radio, all their family, Feel free to touch base them, all they're frightened, you understand? This is the Lord, you understand, trying to call you back all home. All are we, you understand, he trying to come back in the house again. You don't know, it didn't really have biggest and smallest. Yes, we are rank, you know what I mean? And whatever the cases and men who day before and all of that, which is enough respect and love, understand, and honors to them. Right, and all of us and whatever the cases, but they always our family. Always the apple of the Lord eye, you understand? Again, big up my soul there, you know what I mean? Very inspirational. That is where let's get around brothers that love each other, you understand? A man go pour into a man's soul. A man, you know what I mean? That is the kind of exchange and reasoning you'll get. And work ethic, you understand? Things to do. So that, you know, you could come up to scratch and learn some kind of thing to help your people and them. Everybody be capable of doing something. You understand? Somebody could watch over animals, somebody could do this, somebody could do that, somebody could do hair, somebody could do nails, somebody could do this, you understand? Somebody could plait hair. You know what I mean? Somebody could make the food, you understand? Somebody could do that, and all of we coming together and do our thing. And we do it all the time, but the problem is we're giving all we love and all we energy over to everybody, trying for them to lighten the load on we, and they're not capable of doing that. They're not on that. And when would we recognize, you understand, that we need to take care of each other? Who the hell, you understand, is go and leave the children undone and run inside the neighbor house to go and take care of the neighbor business? Who in their right, sane mind is do that? That is telling you, understand, all the other races are doing what they're supposed to do, which is take care of each other. The problem is, you understand, that they're taking care of each other at your demise. They're not supposed to do that. Nobody give them that. The Lord give you a whip, you understand? So imagine, I will take away your wealth, and I'll take away this, and I'll take away that from you. He didn't say go and kill them, didn't say go and rape them, go and murder them, you understand? Go and lie on them, go and set them up, go and put drugs in the community, and guns and all that, and give them, you understand, this religion to believe, to celebrate and do that. The Lord never give them that. You know, the Lord gave to them in the earliest though, right? Give me the Deuteronomy 32 and 8, I think it is. 32 and 8, the one where he divided the nations. I think it's 32 and 8. Right? Give them their own inheritance, you know. Imagine that so Chinese man living nice and a thing with the Lord is a real good man, a just God. But you say Jacob or all here, and the son have the authority over the earth. I know I give that to all here. All is the strongest, the smartest, this is this. All is was the least of people. So nobody could say, you understand, the Lord now take away, what you call it, the Lord choose favorite out of the biggest. All the baddest and all the strongest. That wasn't we. We start from the bottom like the underdog so-called. Right? Now we know underdog. We definitely know underdog. Scattered like, you understand, like the sun and the seas. That's what the Lord intended for. That's how you just brag and how you brag and show off. You understand? That's how the Lord is brag and show off. He's brag on that. You understand? So that is all going out. We don't understand that we is, you understand, the salt of the earth, the light of the world, the city set on a hill. You understand? All these nice fancy dandy words. You understand? We is the top shotters and we is the, you understand? The make thing that make everybody pop. And the thing is, we not looking to go and kill nobody else. When last you see a black man run up in that side of a East Indian community, a Syrian community, and look to shoot it up and all kind of thing. And looking to push drugs by the Syrians and them, by the 1%. When last you see a black man doing that?
I never see that.
Never see that?
Never
but so why did them have to do with that?
Never hear about that neither.
No, man. So we don't have that capacity to do it neither, you understand? So why it is that happen? So-called black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, woman, understand something, because you're going to put 2 and 2 together. Man might like how he's talking and whatever. If you have the ability to do something, that is the only way it could happen. It's not happening by magic. Not poof, you understand? It's not a Houdini making magic happen and things going on there. No. Somebody's doing it, but here's what's going on. You don't have to touch it. That is where they get in you trapped up, because they understand that they control the law, they control this, they control the public opinion area. Therefore, and all you have to do is leave it to hell alone. That is your solution. Leave that to hell alone and come back to your people and them. Learn to survive. Come back to how we supposed to operate, and that is how this whole thing gonna crash. But they have you caught up, you understand, because you're looking for weed, you're looking for this, you're looking for that. You follow, but the more that we pull away from them, you'll get to see how much, you understand, we can stand on your own. We can still have to buy the shoes, you still have to buy this, still have to buy the glasses, Louis Vuitton, blah, blah, blah. You don't care. But my soul, you understand, ain't tied up with you. I not on that. And that is what you have to see. That is what you have to do. You have to function like normal. Them functioning normal. They go buy the Callaloo, They go buy this, they buy the macaroni pie, all the nice things that so-called Negro selling too. Huh? Hispanic, they buying all the things, they buying all the gyro, everything. But them invested in you. And that is what you have to do. After you take care of yours, what's wrong with you? You understand? And that is what you have to see and be confident in and stop being so thing and shaking your boots. What's wrong with you? And we come back next week again, we'll be there yet? No. I don't mind, you understand, dying, you understand, once plenty people raise up and just continue doing the same damn thing. I don't mind. At least I live for something. At least somebody learn, you understand, how to live and come back to the Most High and they could kill me. I don't care. At the end of the day, you follow? We want to live forever, Lord allow. But at the end of the day, that is the mission for we to come back to this place and get back normal. They don't understand that they in their own way and all. All they like is corruption and think that is how they live. They are no law to live by. Nobody no overseer. Right? You see how they live? You understand? Nobody over me, so I do what the hell I want. The only thing that stops them, you understand, from really going all out is because this one are guns too. You understand? This one are guns, this one are nuclear too. You understand? So that can happen. But where is the so-called black man military? Where is his banks? You understand? Where is his economic system, his financial education system, all of that? He doesn't have it. Everybody else have it. Well, here we go. And since everybody have it, let them have it. You build up yours. You understand? Let me get to the basics. The same common things in them that does make the whole world still run. The same farming, the same this, the same that. Come on, let them, you understand, be so elaborate and all of that and stop run down spaceship and all that. You ain't trying to live to the moon. You're trying to live another day. You're not trying to do that. You're not trying to live out your wildest fantasies. You worry how your train them going to scrape up the next day and all that's happened by everybody coming together. I remember going on Silots, right? And then brothers and them, you know what I mean, real niceness. I come time and time again, whatever the cases, blah, blah, blah. Right? But some real good souls inside there, you know what I mean? The brothers and them go and make sure, just like it is when you see growing up. But that's still happening on a regular. I ain't really seen it that much in communities again. But men, I remember them fellas and them coming together and they go scrape up and make sure, man, galvanize house turn to concrete and they building up house and in the back there, normal. I don't know who sanctioned it. I don't know who invested in it, you follow. But I see men take the time. I ain't see nobody get paid. You understand? I really see that. It was a different story. I mean, a different story. But other than that, I see men sacrifice the time, going to help our next brother out. And that is what you're talking about. Simple maths. Real simple. Start nothing elaborate. Just simple things. They come together and just support each other. That is all. Wherever it is, we go take it. Give thanks. Let the Lord multiply it now, man. Let the Lord do a thing. Let somebody say, well, I don't feel sorry for them and drop something inside now, man. All the men with the bag, as Kanye say. And that's all the men who say? Kanye said, Commander General, and I say it first. General Myman said it first. Captain Zach said it first. You understand? Them brothers them say it first. All the men with the bags, with the money, you understand? All they come up and support all the people and them. Come and dump it in the communities and put it in responsible hands or buy the things and them that we need to get. So that we could sort of take care of each other, you follow, and then same you. Lord forbid, you fall on your backside or fall on hard times. You still good benefit. You understand? That is what it is. The only reason I know this is because somebody showed me this. My brothers them show me this. And the reason I can talk this now, somebody tell me I didn't come up with this bright idea in my ears, in my head. That is what you need. People around you, understand? That thinking on that level. You follow? And then we could just point and drive. It's simple as that. Simple. You understand? That is what we need to get to. The reality of the matter that we need to support each other and leave them the hell alone. Simple as that. Them on corruption, no problem. You analyze things. Let's come out of that shippiness and let them play that. Let's see how it fall. We might get a laugh or fight, you understand? Spangalan man, they might vex with me, you understand? You just might vex with you because we ain't going to comedy show because we have so much things to laugh at when the day come because they know, you understand, topsy-turvy in their head and want to know what to do. You understand? They sing gang warfare and two Syrian committee, well, boy, that could be something to laugh at. Sorry, all them just get a good laugh and things like that. It might be a little comical. I ain't want to see, I ain't not wishing no death to nobody. At the end of the day, I ain't not wishing that, you follow, but boy, you sow, you go reap. You understand? I might laugh because they mightn't be as skillful as some of these brothers in many communities. Because men have to survive, so they learn a particular way to live. Ain't talking about that, but it might be real comical to see some kind of fight out. These fellas them are custom, you know, all their hands soft, real lotion up and powder down. You follow? And to see them going against each other, that might be something so comical. I ain't lying to tell you that. I go get my kicks daddy. All forgive me, right? Don't let it be on me, right? Yeah, but you want to say something? Go ahead.
And that's what you're saying, like with the galvanized and all too. You used see like you know, like long time the making cook and all too.
Normal.
So
they do that too?
Yeah.
Normal. They're doing that too, but I get kicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, niceness too bad.
A man might say, boy, they gonna make a cook. That time some of them might be, that's why vibes thing they might be full, but the next man who didn't he really hungry, he glad for to hear that and then he ain't wrong for that thing and they have while that food cooking, everybody talking, laughing
and
having a vibe. Yeah.
And here going at that time going pass so fast, you ain't gonna really feel it. That to tell you how nice that has be.
Yeah.
You not gonna feel that so I'm telling you. You come and you supporting each other, boom, 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 thing running, boom, boom, but you not feeling that so then. And that's what the Lord is doing, you understand? Because, hey, that we talking about in Psalms 133, it's real nice to see brother dwelling together in unity, boy, like the oil running down Aaron bread, boy, because imagine that, our brother with that big, look, the brother here have a big bread, you understand? Imagine oil running down here, so it's nice. It's shiny, you understand? It's shining. That we talking about, you hear popping, you understand? Half here plat up, half here outside, and I get around and niceness, yeah. That's what the Lord talking about, that, and that's a regular thing, Dan. That's what we got to get back to. And stop all this shippiness and this clown thing, Dan. Come out for that. Sisters don't get back their right mind and stop scheming and all kind of shippiness by and following after them sit that duppy and them, you know, some other races and them with their shippiness. They'll come out of that. Everybody will stop playing game. A man go understand the value, understand the multiple wives and sister too, because you bring that back normal. Because when you see now 3 family, you understand? 3 different family and they start to rise and they start to support each other, you see the positivity coming out of that. That woman is really studying that because she don't want to be, you understand that? All the time you feel for that, neither man, neither. That is more burden on he kind of way sometimes. You understand? If you have multiple wives according to plot, certain things to deal with, especially when in a society where the place corrupt. There's plenty headache and plenty this and plenty that and pulling and tugging when it ain't supposed to be so. It's supposed to be more fluid. You go have problems, you go have things to sort out, but it's not unnecessary garbage. That's why we have to come out here. Follow. Because when you see now children now being a benefit now, about 6 children, you understand? And then suddenly can run, the household run a little thing, the household can get clean. At the starting, it might be a little rough. If you have 6 baby one time, Lord be a chair, you understand? It could be rough, you understand? You have to spend real nights up and all kind of thing. That might be tough. But you know what I mean? You have to learn how to really work things out and understand certain things and understand your culture and how this benefits you. The Lord knowing you wisdom why you do it. That is why the prophet looking at it and you want to know what the hell really taking place here? What's going on? Right? You don't give me the second and just 6 and 54 Bible shot. Bring them up to speed back on track with certain things now, right? And understand long time ago, way back in Jericho, right? They don't understand this. Them fellas did understand this well. Right? That these other races and them, the Lord not dealing with them on that level, yo. Right? And this is what is do when they not, when we don't rule over them, when we don't have control over the planet and guide them the right way. Obviously, this is what go happen with we. Long time and it happened today. Right? So nothing new under the sun, as we know. Right? So we ain't gonna be dumbfounded and we thinking, because you know you're not gonna hear this nowhere else. Right? You're not going to hear this other than the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge and the Command and General Yohana. They really understand. They understand the effects of this thing now. That is why it's critical that all of we brothers and them come home. You follow us that we could have one mind and we could be more effective on all areas where we dwell. Right? That is what the Lord wants. Brothers dwelling together in unity. One mind, one spirit, one body. They could function. You follow? Not a big thing, not no hard maths. Right? Just that code of conduct that the Lord put in place. Alright? Hard, you understand? At the beginning, simpler, not easier. Simple as time go by. It's simple, it becomes second nature. Right? We done, Baba Kisha?
2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest the Lord of all thy creatures. After this, Adam, who you made Lord over all the creatures. Everybody know Father Adam, right? We done, Baba Kisha? Of him come we all. Of him come we all. Go ahead. And the people also. And the people also. See, making a separation again. And the people also. If you're talking about everybody and still talking about everybody, you would not mention a people. Go ahead. Read on, Baba Kasha. Whom thou hast chosen. Whom thou hast chosen. So out of that, as you're reading in the chapter before, in 2nd Ezra chapter 5, we know in 2nd Ezra chapter 6, the people also whom thou hast chosen. Go ahead. Oh. All this have I spoken before thee, O Most High. Right. Because thou madest the world for our sake. The Lord made the world again for the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man's sake to run it aright. For you to order it and have things coming out of it. You follow? The Lord then ordered the world so that the so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man could destroy people on the earth, rape, molesting. When we was on top of people, we was not doing that.
The Lord has made for our sake so that we could run the world right. That is what needs to happen. Again, it is critical that the earth comes back under our rulership. Read on, Baba Kisha.
Verse 56. As for the other people, which also come from Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing.
Thou hast said that they are nothing. You understand? Somewhat useless. Because without understanding how it's supposed to operate, evidently, as we see today, what will happen?
They are nothing.
They are nothing, you follow, and?
But be like unto spittle.
But be like unto spittle. You see how the Lord again a little disrespectful? Well, they forgive you, they might not like what they're hearing. The Lord disrespectful because you understand the mind of them. You understand the minds, you follow, and we still is not, you understand, authorized to go and kill nobody, to go and wage war on nobody, none of that. The Lord authorized we, understand, to come back and do what it is I say or let to do. I never tell her to go and beat nobody. Them is the whips over you. I never tell them to do that neither. Neither is your response to go and do that. I tell you to defend yourself, of course. Do not lie down, take no rape. Don't lie down, take no murder. You understand all of this. Defend yourself. Right? That is why you have a court. The court notice. You defend yourself, and if all on once they see or they don't try to pin, you try to do something grievously to somebody, obviously, understand, you will be, understand, exonerated, or you'll be free from any charges of murder or manslaughter and all this, or whatever thing they try to stick you with accordingly. Right? That is just part and parcel of it. But which one you rather? I would rather my wife and children or my mother and them, you understand, live, whatever the case is. Right? Like if our wife and children, oh, they don't get into too much of science and maths. Right? Anyway, moving back on point, right? I would rather my parents and them live, whatever the case is, right? And survive than being molested, raped, whatever the case is, and abused. I would rather that and sit down in the jail. That's just what you have to do. You understand? That is your responsibility as a man. Right? To protect them. All right? So that just come with the territory, no problem at all. But Lord allow, you understand, we never have to get to there. Right? Read on, Baba Kisha.
And has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
And likened the abundance of the nations or the races like a drop that falleth from a vessel. A drop that fall out of a bucket is not useful, not very useful. You understand? So the Lord likened the abundance of them in that manner. Because He understands that I can't use them, I can't utilize them, I cannot have benefits coming to the earth, you understand, if these people in rulership. And of course He knows their ways. Right? I'm not getting into that. I want to get into the ways of my people. But understand what you're facing so that now you're not expecting them to be upright and just and fair and all of that and thing. You might find one or two that with a conscience. We thank the Most High for them as well. What they should do, you understand, is ensure that they could do as much as possible to prevent our people from being destroyed at a rapid rate like we're doing today. I would greatly appreciate that. Now, please and thank you. Right? Commander General Yana would greatly appreciate that. Of course, the Lord would greatly, greatly appreciate it. You understand? If you're not destroy the apple of His eye, kill them, murder them, rape them, and all of these different things, sell them for human trafficking and drug trafficking, all this, He would greatly appreciate it. Before you have to really reach out and show you His dislikeness. You understand about that? Right? So, let us get back on the topic and we'll read on because we need to understand who we're dealing with and who we are, so-called black, Hispanic man, Native Indian man and woman. Read on, Baba Kisha.
Verse 57. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathens.
These heathens, you understand? Heathens is our next word for what? I know where their favorite words are, bro.
them other nations and them.
Right, but there's what? What's the definition of heathen?
Ungodly people.
An ungodly people. All right? That's the other nations of them, sadly, they're ungodly people. Right? But we're not crying over spillment. That is who they are already, no problem. Right? The godly people in them do what God see. If you're godly, you understand, come back to how you're supposed to live. Because that's the mockery that they do every day. Look at them. And they're supposed to be this, and they're supposed to be that, and they're supposed to be nice and all of that. Although, anyway, we ain't get into all that extra jazz, right? But if this is who he is, you understand, and this is who we are actually, let us live how we're supposed to live, right? And then we come back to the being on top and being the shining, you understand, shining light that who he is. You follow? And I don't mind if people jealous for that. No problem. They should be jealous, right? But at the end of the day, you're not, you understand, not where we're supposed to be. We're far from it. So we have nothing to be proud of too much. Yes, we have all the inventions of the world, all of this. We're very smart and very talented and very good looking. And the biggest billionaire, I'm very happy for Kanye West, very happy for Jay-Z and all of them. Right? We are now the whole mix, you understand? But together, collectively, we be lacking as a people. And we need to get back to there. You understand? We dying as a people. We you understand, sick and gangrening inside, if I should say something, you know, like to that level. We're rotten inside now, right? The whole head rotten, so, you know, going on. When they say the whole head, you know, the whole fish go rotten too. Right? So the leadership on them, if all they're not supposed to be rotten, but they're rotten, right? So we need to understand that the Lord sent Command in General and the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge to send men and women to draw back to him and come back to how we're supposed to be living. I ain't find nobody calling. We're going to tell you today. What happened? Huh? Well, I call in, man. Shout your area. You understand? Like, share, subscribe, comment. I know if they comment on the post, let me check the Facebook and see what's going on there, right? Let's see if you have anything to answer. But read that, Baba Kisha. Where was to?
Verse 57. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathens,
right,
which have ever been reputed as nothing.
And these heathens have ever been reputed as nothing. The reputation was always that there was nothing. Read on.
Have begun to be lord over us.
So our people that is nothing being lords over us, obviously it'll be chaotic. Death and destruction, you follow? Right? So, man, is a whole lot. The whole lot, and here we're going with us now. We need, you follow? We need to get back on track. All right, we're going to call come in. Let me take this caller here. Caller afternoon times. What's going on with you? All right, which one is this? Phone line 1. All right, hello? Caller, where you calling from? We in here. Go ahead. Too much. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, brother. Afternoon times. What's going on with you?
Check that you don't have two calls on the line because you was telling me hello and I was on the line.
All right, cool.
So we good?
Yeah.
All right, good night.
Yeah, brother.
Pleasant good night to everybody. You and
yeah, much thanks again. Much thanks for calling, brother. I don't know. Likewise, right? Much thanks again.
Say again?
You. Yeah, brother. Go ahead. You were saying?
Oh, yeah. I nearly lost.
No, you're there.
Yeah, you know, as let's say, right, because as a fella, I like to seek knowledge and learn.
Right.
Pick out what resonates with me and, you know, based on it and see how it applies in terms of the life and everything like that. But in terms of what I don't like that brothers like yourself don't really address, although I understand, you know, other races have issues, is our weakness in terms of falling for what was laid before us, what was how to put it, what they put to offer now to us in terms of, and we accept it, and how we buy into it, and wherein lies the weakness that has made us repeatedly make the same mistake.
I will tell you right away. I'll tell you. And we did touch on it earlier today, which is this. If the leaders of our communities were saying, this is unacceptable, we do not receive this, we do not accept this, do not bring this here, if all we'll reject it at all costs. They have all power, and it's on the face of it because they have the institution, they're part of big bodies, large bodies, and they're supposed to represent us well enough to know this is not accepted here. The only reason why these things accepted in our communities is because they allow it to pass through. If they say we boycotting it, and they have the power to do that, because if they come on this decision right now and say certain things they follow, there's a lot of backlash could happen from it.
Well, I understand what you're saying, but listen, that still, you know, put the blame away from the individual. What I'm saying is that we do not reach that, whatever it is there to offer in order for a person to make up the good decision, not the pleasant one. The pleasant decision does make you end up in bacchanal.
Right.
You know, there is no input into the individual sense of being for them to take in the knowledge and apply it into the knowledge that we have to come up against the evil, not deep enough as far as I am concerned.
Not deep enough and not widespread enough.
Not
widespread, because here's why.
I just rely on brothers like you to bring the depths. But me personally, for me, I don't see the answer lying within the doctrines of materialism, which I find everybody lean towards. Because the man supposed to travel from one area to another, sharing goal on the way to and on the way from, and everybody meet share goal. And then the repercussions of that was that the economy collapsed. It suggests to me that the economy is not to sustain human beings. That is what it suggests to me, if I understand it. It is the economics, but everybody's doctrine, all the other religions seem to base progression and progress based on materialism, this money thing, and listen, it's not the love of money the root of all evil. It's money itself is evil.
No, because here's why. You need to have a value system. If people don't understand or appreciate the value of something, they will never treat it the way they're supposed to treat it. That's why money exists. That's why.
What we
right? Here's why. If I may.
Go ahead.
Right? Because remember, you don't have to rob somebody. And in our law, the Bible itself has laws on not charging interest to your brother. Right? So when you put and also how much something would be worth. So the spirit that you must come off of is the value that this is worth. This is what I must put. If our economic system is based on that, right? There's no way, shape, or form that you can have ways for persons to really chaff each other, because the value system going in such a manner then that you must deal well with each other, right? It must have a point where you'll see the highs and lows, but you understand that your trust also would be in the Most High Power. So it's not that you have ultimate control over it, and that's why we just have a lot of problems, because I
follow what you're saying. I agree with what you are saying. However, we have a monument in Egypt and other places, hundreds as a matter of fact. I think it's thousands of pyramids on the earth. Now, if we are just making a quick point here, those pyramids, 80 tons per block in some cases, there's enough blocks to reach around the world 3 times, to wrap around the world 3 times. And the system that was in place built it. You cannot put a monetary value to the building of a pyramid. So all I'm trying to say, and I've been trying to say for years, because the knowledge I discover, I try to share it, is that the human race does not know that it could exist without an economic system. And that is the great spiritual battle. And when I hear people, trying to, we speak into the multitude and only explaining spiritual. Am I still on here?
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
No.
Still there.
Yeah, only connotating spirituality towards the accumulation of wealth. It behooves there's a lot more to say on the issue. And to end, consciousness is the most valuable thing in the universe throughout all eternity. I'll end by saying that.
No, I agree with the word consciousness to a certain degree, because I need to have a level playing field where I could meet you at, right? Which is this. You see, being aware of who you are, you understand what you're supposed to do, right? What are the requirements, the responsibilities, and all of that. You must be conscious or aware of that, right? That's the only way you can start to function on that level now. What I would suggest, though, is anybody who believes that they have a system in place and they have a body, right, that can really come together and really put that to the table. Let us cross-examine what it is you're saying and what the Bible's saying, and let's see, right, if maybe you may determine what the Bible's saying as an economic system, right?
As far as the Bible is concerned.
No, if I may, that's not allow me, right?
Okay, go ahead.
So what I'm saying is this: if you all have, right, some way that you all think it will be beneficial.
So I'm not a problem, no, right? But I'm listening. Go ahead.
No problem at all, right? Again, thanks for the patience and waiting and all that. We greatly appreciate it, right? So if you have a system in place that can assist persons, you understand what is a good thing to do as a brother, right? I would invite you all, probably sit down, right? And you all have a team of people that are already doing it. Let's examine it and see, right, what is the benefits that can help our people. What it is from there, and let's see, what we could go forward from there. It doesn't make sense then that we trying to go against each other too much, as opposed to...
I'm not going against you,
No, I ain't saying that, but it's just usually that's the case.
Right?
Right?
I understand. But I'm trying to add now that within all of us, there is an uncharted and hidden ability. Right now at this moment, within every individual, the trance that we are in, it is very difficult to break, and I think we need more expansion of understanding in order to break the trance. All human beings at this point in time on the earth, in my objective view, is in a trance, but we do not know. Brother, let me hang up because I'll take up your whole program. Have a good evening, right?
No problem. Thanks again for calling. I'll answer this call here. But I know call about 3 times. Sorry, brother. Call again, brother. You know what I mean? Definitely feel free to call in. And again, caller, thanks again. We recognize the voice again. Big up the brother, big up the whole family team. All right, let's take this call here, right? Caller 38, good afternoon.
Good evening, brother.
Yeah, brother, much thanks again.
I like the discussion this evening.
Yeah, man, no problem at all, man. Thanks for tuning in. Greatly appreciate it.
Something that I was not I don't understand is well, I have to say don't understand clearly. I wish that we could have a school or something that we can take in some students something and want to further this conversations so that within the years to come we maybe see a little more light in it.
We have that, and we're trying to get more. We have that, so that's why we need brothers, to really plug in and really be frequently, understand, exchanging words, and that we could really get the idea of what the Lord really want for the earth to run. How the earth really supposed to run.
And the program every time I get that chance to come now, forget that we're not doing it kind of late when almost finished.
No problem. Brother, let me leave this here one time with everybody again. Thanks for calling again, brother. Yes, along the line? I want you to hear it specifically, right? So the number to the school is 290-5173. Let me take this next call here as well, right? Caller, afternoon time. What's going on with you?
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Pleasant good afternoon, brother. Go ahead.
All right. What I think we need to try and do is find a way to reach to the youths and let them know that dying is not much of a living. Because they keep saying that, it don't have no way for them to get a job, although everybody in the world comes in Trinidad, gets a job. You know that Venezuelan people coming here and they're making a living, they're buying cars within a year and a half, and we are still saying here that they don't have no jobs, people from Jamaica, Grenada. So it's not a race thing, it's a mentality thing of Trinidadians. One of the problems is that we're trying to tell them something, but it's not an alternative because you cannot go in any job, any 8-to-4 job, and make the kind of money that these guys will come out and make in 4 hours on the block selling cocaine.
Correct.
So we have to let them know that living right is the right way to live because they are answerable to some power greater than them. And until they understand, you see, we I don't know if this was a plan. I believe it's a plan.
It is. I agree with that as well.
Oh my God, this man, he just bounced into the man car pack up. I don't know if it was a plan. I believe it is a plan of genocide against the African people.
Right.
Because they know TBT 8496. Remember that formula? I had to call the police for that number. TBT 8496. He just reversed it.
You better not call in, you understand? Look go on, right? They sit and try to take that thing off the line.
He just bouncing the man and drive off and gone.
That is what has happened.
Right?
Next is my vehicle, they go and bouncing there too. Holy number, save the number. Lord forbid it's one of you. Go ahead.
Right?
Yeah,
so, but we have to try and get the youths to understand that while they may make more money quickly, they do not live to enjoy it. Correct. Because I understand that these guys are working for people. We might think that they're just doing it on their own, but no young boy wearing a slippers can afford a $45,000 AR-15.
Correct. Go ahead.
Right? They are being given the arms to do jobs. They have made sure that while they might figure they're getting a blight, because there is something very funny going on in our courts, where no matter what crime you commit, you can get a bail to go and commit crime for you to pay the bail.
Correct.
So
when guns was never, guns long time ago, 10, 15 years ago, guns was never a bailable offense. Go ahead.
No, we have an issue with people. Somehow they only capture the guns, but we don't have no sting operation to capture the people who have the guns. We don't ever catch nobody with gun.
At all.
We finding gun in latrine and hole on the sink, all kind of thing. But we're not finding the people with the gun. That is very questionable.
Of course, they're not interested in doing that. That's like the Bible saying that their appearance of godliness, but they die in the power thereof.
Very good. And then we have people bringing in guns in certain locations. Now, what's at it? They remove prayers from school. So the youths have no understanding of a power that is greater than they, that they are answerable to. Whereas certain societies, they go to church every single day. Every 2 days they have a prayer. Every time somebody married, there's a prayer. So they understand, their children are understanding that there is a God. So you find that the mentality for criminality does not fit to them.
Extremely important. You see what you say there? Even though they have no gods, but putting that in them to know this is the way to conduct yourself, that is critical to how they're going to operate going up through life. That is what the Bible is saying, but train a child in the way they should go. When they get older, they will not depart. Not they should not depart, or they might not depart. They will not depart. That is critical.
What I want to tell you is the systematic genocide of the black people. Correct. They have made them believe that once it is you have the administration that looks like them, they don't want to do anything. So they decided not to have to study to elevate themselves. So people who don't like them are responsible for their education, their jail, their health, their everything, and they refuse. Even in the banking sector, you cannot go and get a loan to advance yourself. Brother, I tried, trust me.
Correct.
When I was much younger.
Correct.
So they keep you in and you end up keeping yourself in that sector with your mentality.
That's it.
We have to change the mentality of the people get them to understand that your life will be shortened, your children will not even exist. Nowadays, when they come to kill you and you're with your wife and child, they kill everybody.
Right. You see what happened with the brother? Again, our sincerest condolences goes out to the family of the Modest and them. That little boy, 7-year-old Jamal Modest. People, and that's in the public, so it could have other children that could have passed that the same way.
We have to let these people get the youth understand that they are being used as fodder. They get destroyed. They discriminate the whole idea of youth. Along the criminal element to have these youth who have nowhere to go, no educational system, to end up as just fodder for the gangs. Right, it was a systematic dissemination of the future of the black youth in this country.
For sure. Here's how that's going to happen for sure. You see, brothers that understand exactly what we need to do or want to understand exactly what we need to do, that is the only way they will know. We have to go and show them the example. That is the only way to go for it to happen. Saviors have to rise up. As my brother have a brother in the school, Officer Makab Kobal, big him up. We was talking about that same thing earlier this week's service. Only Savior is going to save the people and them. The scripture says all Israel will be saved. It's the only way for that to happen. Again, is for brothers to really stand up, come together, and trust the Lord, understand, to really take where it is we like to go, where He need us to go.
I want to say one more thing. Women have to take up their position. Because if women say, I'm no longer allowing myself to get in a relationship with a man who remains a slave by hanging his pants, hanging off his butt. It didn't come from no jail, it come from slavery, where they said only a real man could have a belt.
That's it.
You understand? And it's spelled sagging backward, and you go understand how it was a derogatory term to insult people.
That's right. That's right.
If one say they don't want no bad boy will go out of style. Lady, take up the position.
So you know what happening? We need to create what style look like. That is the only way. You understand? This thing gonna fix, and it could be done because the Lord said that is exactly what's gonna happen.
By the way, you remember the number?
Yeah, this number here. Let me try and see it one time.
Not my number. The driver number TDT 49
Alright, I'll play back the thing. Well, as I call it there, I'll go play it back on the radio stations. If not forbid it happens to anybody we know, we know all right. Now, you know it is.
Or call the police and tell them the man reverse out Mario's and bouncing to a car on the side of the road.
I think we know where close to Mario's today. You understand? So, but if anybody else we know, Lord forbid, and we ain't really trying to pop nobody, we hopefully as a brother and we can settle that thing outside of that, and you can know, well, hey, that's not how we operate. We're not trying to get nobody in trouble, but we are to operate on a better level. We are to start to love each other and take care.
Your car park up there, so I have to report it.
Yeah, oh gosh. Well, let's see it go. Lord allow, they could fix everything. And even if you report it like all of that they fix that outside. Because we don't know going to brother, hopefully, you know what I mean, is something that he really mean to do. And not now that time. And Lord allow. All right. Again, thanks for the call, brother. You know what I mean? We are about to lock off there because it's have an ad going on right now. You know what I mean? So definitely all tune in to Black Watch with Commandant General. And again, this is Black People News then. Right? 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Black Watch News on YouTube and on Facebook. All tune in. Feel free to comment, like, share it. You understand? The number to the school is 2905173, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge and La Command in Juliana. Trinidad and Tobago. All right, well, much love in the house again. Be safe on the road. I'll take care of your families again till we come again. Not all right? Shalom. Yes, sir. Are we looking there? Are we looking there? All right, you done right? Much love again. Straight. All right, read back up the ads. Nicely. All right.
Get in touch with God. Turn your radio.